Okay, Leonard.
Go ahead.
Stop yelling.
I'm not yelling. This
you
is
have to remember I'm sitting right next
my
to you.
voice. Good morning, everybody.
Is that your new voice?
Welcome aboard on a lovely Sunday morning. Yes, it is the Lady and the Legend, and it's absolutely free. No, you don't have to pay for it. I pay for it. That's it. I pay for you, right? I have to pay her, but that's about it. Good morning, and good morning. Nice to see you, Andy. Nice to see you.
I try to get dollars out of you every time I bring you stuff.
Yeah, every time she brings.
But you
stuff.
never give them to me.
Okay, we got 3 hours worth of stuff. We're going to try to condense it into one. We'll be talking about some position battles that are really going on, hot and heavy. We got some great notes. We got some box scores, something that we have never done together. I don't even know if we could do it.
Yes, we can.
Let's do it, okay?
Now listen.
Yeah.
When Lenny does the box scores, he does them, he has a system and stuff. And I just want to make sure the sound... Oh, good. Thanks, Eddie. The sound is good.
Yeah,
Jay
what's
Trella,
my-
Boston Paul Daniels here, James Caprilion, Anthony D.B. Miller. Lots of people that we can't see every day. It's really nice to see you guys on the weekends.
And Beamer, where are you in Wisconsin? My son wants to move to Wisconsin, so just put it where you are. Go ahead.
God. Anyway, the box scores are interesting. We're going to do some box scores today.
Yes, we love them.
I was doing position battles, and there was 31 position battles to go over, and I was like, oh, those box scores, like, there's nothing. And as I was doing the box scores, I really noticed a couple of really great, interesting tidbits to tell you guys today.
So we'll do it.
Now, wait a minute. Scroll down in the live chat room so I can see who's here. I need to make sure before we talk about one of these players.
Who? Oh, you got Mal Palace here, Maine Nick is here, Rotorius, Timothy Myhooker,
it's
Tommy
safe.
Johnson, and Zelmo.
It's all safe.
Oh, so she doesn't want to talk about because she has 2 picks to go to make her pick, and she doesn't want to talk about a particular player if somebody's in the chat room who could pick him ahead of her.
Right.
That's
but
terrible.
I'm sorry, Leonard. You got to. You know what? We get screwed in fantasy
Oh,
because
stop. Yeah, I know.
everybody knows who we want now. It's getting down to the nitty and the gritty in this draft,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of players that we're going to talk about early in this podcast.
Okay.
And the 2 people that get to pick before me are not here, and that's the only reason you get the info.
All right. Well, a couple of things happened. The Rockies signed free agent Brad Hand to a 1-year, $2 million deal, 7 with a club option. What does this all mean for Daniel Bard, who in July of 2022 signed a 2-year deal to stay with the team? What do you think that means?
Daniel Bard's getting paid $19 million. Brad Hand $7 million, but beyond that, there's a reason why they signed Brad Hand. And I have to say, as somebody who drafted Daniel Bard, I'm going to probably have to pick up Brad Hand, because first of all, Brad Hand was picked up right after Daniel Bard exited the game on Wednesday with a cut on his right thumb. So he walked 2 batters and he recorded just 1 out. He's also due to leave to pitch for Team USA.
Yes, that's right. That's the screwiest thing ever.
And
the WBC is killing baseball. All the players moving, they're not using the same... Listen to this. They're not using the same rules as the new rules in Major League Baseball. That sucks.
What do you mean?
So let me ask you a question. I brought up something the other day about how to combat the only 2 pickoffs to first base, right? Mm-hmm. And that would be
a catcher.
Pitch outs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Charlie Walsh, dear friend of mine, worked with him for about 50 years. Okay, and it's a long story, but anyway, what he said is that instead of the pitch, if a pitcher can't throw a pitch out right away, that would be a quick pitch. Okay, if he gets back on the rubber,
and he already tried twice.
He already tried, and the runner starts to go. He can't throw the pitch out to try to get him because that would be a quick pitch. He's got to wait.
What's a quick pitch?
Pitching too soon.
Is there a rule against that?
Yeah, absolutely. If the batter's not ready...
Well, the batter needs to be ready.
Yeah, and so if the batter's ready, the runner's already on second.
I think there's going to be a lot of strategy to try to get around this rule. It seems like MLB changes the rules. They don't think about what could possibly happen. Like with the shift, I realize that a lot of people don't like the shift and stuff, but there's going to be a strategy to get around not being able to use the shift. You're going to see people running as quick as if they know that a batter only hits it to a certain side. As soon as the pitch is thrown,
Yeah.
they're going to be off and running.
Well, you're gonna have two outfielders and one outfielder playing like a short right center field or a short left center field. But here's the question: Anthony D.B. Miller brings up this question. We know that that the league has certain rules on dimensions. Is there a certain dimension in the infield that has to be accompanied?
Yes, they have to have a certain number of infielders.
No, I'm talking about the grass has to be a certain distance.
I
The
don't know.
dirt has to be interesting. All right. Trevor Rosenthal agrees to a Tigers deal. Don't forget the Tigers lost Gregory Soto. They lost Joe Jimenez. They lost Andrew Chafin over the winter, and Alex Lang standing in the way, and with some health issues, Rosenthal could be in for some saves.
Okay, Malpal, you don't have to sign off. You don't get to pick before me, and I'm not scared of you. But one thing here, we got 3 closers added to the mix. 3. I've been saying all year long that these closers are being drafted way too early. Malpal and I have had a lot of discussion about it. I know Mitchell is another one who loves the closer early. If you're gonna, and Malpal says straight up.
And Mitchell is in the chat room, so say hello.
Hello, Mitchell.
Zelmo.
I respect
Triple
these.
play. Go
I
ahead.
respect these two guys' discussion with me, and I still feel strongly about drafting closers too early, but. The reason that Malpal says that it's good idea to draft a closer like Clase or Hader early in the draft, is especially in a 15 or 16 team league, is because he says the math straight up supports the fact that if you don't get a good closer, then you are not going to be able to compete in saves. Okay,
I have 3 closers in the third league.
your
3.
closers suck.
But
You have half closers.
I got 3
My
full-time
closers suck.
closers. And I say in the auction, people are surprised. But once again, in the auction format, I wait until I look at the players in the unpicked players pool, and I can't find anybody who jumps off the page. There's a certain point where everybody's pretty much the same. You'll get some steals, some home runs, some production, but not enough. And that's the point you take a closer.
I think that I've been a huge fan of Evan Phillips this year. He's going to be part of the position battles discussion, but
Right.
RotoWire and all of the USA Today and these sports outlets, they don't consider Evan Phillips the closer in the LA Dodgers. And I absolutely do, because I take a look at Daniel Hudson. I take a look at Bruce Dargradwell. I look at their little graphs on RotoWire, and I see all of Evan Phillips' stats are green, and this guy has not had a lot of experience, but as far as RotoWire and these standings go, they have me so low in saves because they don't count Evan Phillips getting saves. So
I have to interrupt you.
what, Leonard?
We will all rise as one of the original members of the chat room.
Hello.
Michael Johnson has
Yay.
arrived. Okay. The brother of Greg. Okay. Calrona Cyclonus. But how about that? Good to see
They're
Michael
cousins, I
Johnson.
think.
Yeah, they're cousins. Or it doesn't matter.
They're family.
They're family. Okay. Go
Anyway,
ahead.
I think that the best thing you could do in this situation with the closers is start paying attention to these hopefuls and just make your picks based on the best information that you have. Like I said, there were 3 closers added to the pile, to the pool just last night, yesterday, whatever. First, we had Brad Hand, who's in Colorado now, signed for $7 million. It's not just cheap chump change, right?
Nope.
Daniel Bard did have a problem with his thumb. He's been very good in Colorado. They're not going to get that many saves in Colorado anyways, but he's added to the closer pool. The next guy that we talk about who's added to the closer pool is
Will Smith. He brings, and I know you didn't want to
it
talk
was supposed
about
to
him.
be. Hold on a minute.
What?
Okay, as long as Stardog and Donkey Yogi are not
No,
here.
Stardog's up next. So
I know.
he ain't
He's up
gonna do
now.
it. Oh, he's up. Yeah, he's up now.
All right, Will Smith is the big dog here because he brings experience to the Rangers bullpen. He also closed for Bruce Bochy before. He has as many career holds and more career saves than the rest of the relievers on the Rangers 40-man roster combined. All right, they signed him for a lot less money than they signed Brad Hand in Colorado, but automatically, according to RotoWire, he went from no saves, no team to 15 saves with the Texas Rangers, and he is now listed as the number one closer for
Will
Texas.
Smith. Okay.
For Texas Ranger, ahead of Jose Leclerc, who is day-to-day. Of course, I know you have Leclerc. So
in every league, I have Leclerc.
you better grab Will
I
Smith
have
now.
Leclerc.
But you won't get him because I get to pick before you. Okay, so the other closer that we're talking about today is Trevor Rosenthal. He signs with the Tigers. Now, they have a guy named Alex Lang.
Yeah, and isn't it something? He had a great season. He throws hard. He got a lot of saves, and yet not a lot of confidence in Alex Lang as a closer.
Here's the thing about Alex Lang. This is what RotoWire tells about him. He's 100th percentile strikeout rate, 30+% strikeout rate, and 55% ground ball percentage. We love those stats, ground ball plus strikeout. His different pitches, he's got several different pitches for a closer. That's great.
Yeah.
I think that he needs to improve his walk rate. However, they did just sign Trevor Rosenthal. He's 32. He hasn't pitched in the majors since 2020 because
and hasn't pitched well either. By the way,
he hasn't pitched in the majors since COVID.
All right, when he has pitched recently, has not been good.
He needed thoracic outlet surgery, or he had thoracic outlet syndrome.
Hold on, say that again.
Thoracic. Thoracic.
Go ahead.
Whatever it is, you know what it is. It's a death penalty for players.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, he had that in 2009. He had 10 appearances in 2019 where he had a 7 ERA over 9 innings, but you can't really hold that against him because clearly he was hurt. Yeah. Anyway, they signed Trevor Rosenthal with the Tigers. He's going to be in the mix for some saves. I don't think he's going to be better than Alex Lang, but I think he'll be used in certain situations.
Mm-hmm. Okay. By the way, Eddie Heckman calling for one more league. This is one of the greatest stories ever.
We might be doing
in
Dirty
baseball.
Egg.
Hold on a second. Where's Dirty Egg?
He's here.
He's in the show.
Hello,
great.
Dirty Egg.
Miguel Vargas with his pinky still won't be swinging a bat, and he said they're targeting Wednesday to let him swing in a game. But he's got 10 plate appearances, 4 walks. Okay. He needs to play second base to get ready for the season, but he can't swing.
Miguel Vargas.
Now
listen to this. Is good shit right here.
Yeah,
listen to this. This is so interesting. Miguel Vargas.
Yeah.
Say it again, Leonard.
He's amazing. He's been able to draw so many walks.
Right. He can't swing the bat because he's got a problem with his fractured pinky.
Yeah, but I like what Zach Greinke did.
Hold on.
He struck out Vargas yesterday. Clocked his pitches at 66 and 59 miles an hour.
So Greinke finds out that this guy can't swing. I don't know who is walking this guy because he can't swing. All you have to do is throw a strike and he's done.
Unbelievable.
So Greinke goes out there and he throws his pitches 66 miles an hour and 59 miles an hour. That's such a Greinke thing to do, right?
For all you guys who want betting, in the last 20 years, the Chicago Bears, the Cubs, the White Sox have played on the same day 77 times, and all 3 have won on the same day 6 times out of 77. The Cubs haven't had a player lead off more than 56 times, but this year it's going to be Nico Horner. You like Nico Horner this year?
Yeah, I was looking at the box scores. He's batting leadoff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hold on, there's no more Bears, right? There's no more...
Chicago Bears, yes.
That's not a team anymore, is it?
In football.
Oh.
I talked about the 3 Chicago teams in football. Okay?
Okay, scroll up, though.
And by the way, well, no, I'm skipping that stuff. Vladimir Guerrero's going to miss the World Baseball Classic. Yippee, okay?
Why do you put this stuff in here if you don't want to talk about it?
What do you want me to say? We're moving along at a nice pace, so, you take... By the way, if you missed it, David Peterson, the Mets pitcher, who might be a pretty decent pitcher, but he was hit by a ground ball, and he kicked off his foot, and he threw it over to first base for the out, but still, you got to watch him. Peterson needing X-rays.
Yeah, but they say that it's probably no problem.
Okay. Shane Bieber?
4 straight opening day starts for the Guardians. Actually, it's the Indians, but...
Go ahead. I know, I agree with you. He'll be just one shy of tying the longest such streak by a pitcher in franchise history.
Guess who did it? Guess who did it?
I would say...
No, don't guess. Let the chat...
who do you think? 4 straight opening day starts for the Cleveland Guardians, one shy of tying the longest such streak by a Cleveland pitcher. Who do you
Which
think
is 5 years.
That's 5 years.
And it was recent, and the guy's still pitching.
And finally,
Jason Hayward.
What do you think of Jason
So
Hayward?
he hit another home run yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's 4 for 10. Apparently was he working with Driveline? Or that one pitching,
I don't know.
that one hitting coach that everybody likes?
But I know he does have...
I think he's working with the same hitting coach that helped JD Martinez get better. And anyway, he's batting leadoff.
He's playing.
Do you know how many times, though? This is like Jackie Bradley Jr. getting your hopes up for Jackie Bradley Jr.
He just signed with a new team. I
mean, there's reasons to believe that Jackie Bradley Jr. could be good. There's reasons to believe that Hayward could be good. But I think the best thing about Hayward is his defense.
Well, he's got one of the best arms of any outfielder in baseball. That's for sure. And I don't know about his defense, but we'll see. Okay, you ready to go to the box scores?
Yes, Leonard.
Let's get to the box scores as soon as we can.
Okay, I'll get there first, I bet.
I'm sure you will. I don't... Oh, there you go. Box scores. There we go. The Atlanta Braves played the Baltimore Orioles yesterday. Anything in that box score that, as we say, jumps off the page?
Yeah, you see Gunnar Henderson hitting first, Adley Rutschman batting third. I want you guys to notice a trend.
No, Rutschman batted second. Okay?
Second.
The other guy who came in was a pinch
right.
A pinch hitter.
Pardon me.
Okay.
I want you to notice a couple things about the box scores as we go. The first thing is that catchers are batting in the middle of the lineup. I never saw this before. I never saw this many catchers.
Of good catchers, right.
And a lot of these catchers are playing other positions.
Yes.
DH, first base, whatever. Mostly DH and first base. So you'll notice a lot of catchers hitting in the middle of the order, not the bottom of the order, which is great for catchers. And you're going to notice so many stolen bases.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I was tucking Lenny in.
Tucking Lenny in.
Yeah.
We're going to do a podcast on what it's like to get tucked in, okay? It's phenomenal. And you wonder why I go to sleep at 5 o'clock, all right? 3 o'clock. Oh, can't wait for the tuck-in. Go ahead. But I'm 75, so you got to figure out what a tuck-in really means. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, Lenny likes to listen to MLB radio when he goes to bed, and they were talking about how the White Sox, Daniel, you'll appreciate this info. The White Sox new manager was outwardly saying that they are going to be very aggressive on the base paths this year, that their last manager did not really, and it's up to the manager how much a team runs. And this guy said, we're going to be very aggressive. And yesterday, the White Sox stole 6 bases in one game.
Wow.
Or maybe 5. I think it was 6. But those are the 2 things I want you to notice. Where these catchers are hitting in the lineup, where they're playing, and also how many stolen bases there are. So really, we just went through and we noted where people are batting in the lineup. A lot of this stuff doesn't really matter at this point, but it does give you an idea of what the managers are at least considering with their lineups. And that's an important thing. So Michael Harris, another homer.
Jeff Trella was right. It's Corey Kluber.
And Malpal.
Of course, okay. Malpal gets it all the time.
And where's George?
Wait a second.
George is here, too. He would have got it.
James Caprion wants pictures of Letty getting tucked in. Is that possible?
Just imagine a snug bug and rug.
Hey, are you?
He likes his feet tucked in.
All right,
they have to be under the covers have to be tucked in under his feet.
Oh, my God. Spencer Strider, are you a fan? 3 strikeouts last night in 3 innings.
I think
Gave up 3 hits. He has not given up a run yet this season.
I think he's being drafted too high. I know that he's going to strike out a lot. He doesn't have enough experience for me to draft him over guys like even McClanahan.
Yeah.
McClanahan.
All right.
I mean, I took Kevin Gausman over him. I take Verlander over him.
Over Strider?
Yes.
Good for you.
He's
Good
not
for you.
experienced enough, in my opinion, to do exactly what he did last year.
It's a long season.
And he's very young.
All right, let's move on. Astros and the Red Sox, and I'm taking a look at the box score. What jumps off the page?
Well, they tied. That's one thing that jumps off the page.
Yeah, because they don't go into extra innings in the spring. And
here's another thing that
but
jumps
they
off.
do play a full 9 innings, no matter what.
Boston
Did you
Paul will
notice?
like this. He's not here.
All right, go ahead.
I want to talk about Jorge Alfaro, who I was talking about earlier, saying how good he was doing down in the Dominican Winter League, the Fall League. He got a deal with the Red Sox, a minor league deal, but he has a stipulation in his contract that it's called an upward mobility clause in his minor league contract, which allows him to sign a major league deal elsewhere if Boston doesn't plan to have him on the opening day roster. Also, Connor Wong, the catcher that they have there that was supposed to be the number 1 catcher, has a grade 1 hamstring strain that automatically opens up the door for Alfaro. And if that was the thing about Alfaro, is he going to get playing time? He's been on the verge of being decent for years now. But the question going into this season, after he did so good in the Dominican this winter, was where's he going to play? Are they going to allow him to come up? The minor league contract crap. I mean, Franmil Reyes is on the minor league. And Luke Voigt. These guys aren't going to stay on the minor league roster. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's called a March 25th upward mobility clause. If they don't have him on the opening day roster, he could sign somewhere else. So he's going to be absolutely...
Wow.
On fire right now. He's batting .571 this spring. He had got 6. No, he didn't. He's still batting .571 though. He went 1 for 1.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
and his Connor Wong is absolutely, guess what?
What?
Injured. Grade
now,
1
are
hamstring.
you a fan of Nick Pivetta? He's still available as one of the pitchers in our late rounds. An inning and 2/3, 5 hits. He struck out 4. Gave up 3 earned runs, did not have a good outing, and he's got a 16 ERA. Are you a Nick Pivetta fan?
Not because of this.
No. Well, no, he didn't pitch well. Inning and 2/3, 5 hits. Gave up 3 earned runs. He did not have a good outing. Also, Kenley Jansen, who came in the 3rd inning. Don't forget, when a pitcher comes in early in the game, it means that they're considering him for the end game. They want them facing the good batters, not the batters that are, at the bottom of the lineup or come in after the 3rd inning. They want to get, and Kenley Jansen could be in there to get some saves. I picked him in one of our leagues. Right?
Katie, my lady, says hi. Hello, Katie. You know it's Katie, Michael Johnson's girl.
Oh, there you go. Katie Leslie. Yeah, we know Michael Johnson's girl. Nice to see Katie in the chat room and the whole thing.
All right, let's move on.
Minnesota and Atlanta. Is that correct?
Yes, Twins and Braves.
Yeah, I know those. I know the names. Go
so
ahead.
What do we got here? We got Christian Vasquez batting leadoff. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Sean Murphy catching, batting
Wait
fourth.
a second. That's not this. Well, that's Atlanta's one. Yeah.
These are just the things that I noticed.
Murphy and Daniel, people say, why do they think they're both number 1 catchers? But Murphy's going to play a lot of DH.
He was playing catcher yesterday, and he was batting fourth.
And one player who seems to have emerged into a superstar is Austin Riley. Am I correct?
I love him. I have him on every single team I can.
2 for 2. He's batting .375. It's very hard. I mean, look at this lineup. Acuna first, Olsen second, Riley third, Murphy fourth, Albies batting
What about
fifth.
Hilliard? He's back. He's batting .357 this spring so far.
Hilliard and Grissom hitting at .455.
Love Vaughn Grissom.
Are you kidding me?
Kevin Pillar stole a base yesterday.
Fantastic.
Lots of stolen bases, but not in this particular game. The Braves beat the Twins 7-5. Max Fried had a great outing, of course. 3 innings pitched, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts.
Yep.
And then we move to the Cardinals against the Nationals. The Cardinals, of course, are you surprised that the Cardinals beat the Nats?
Well, that's not the point. The point is that He got Brandon Donovan. He didn't get any hits. He's batting 200. Walker
is people are going crazy.
Superstar.
Hold
4 for 4, hitting 500 in the spring.
He's hitting 500 in the spring. He's batting second. And people are going absolutely bat crazy over this guy. But there's no place. I'm not saying that there's no chance.
Hold it. We got to stop everything. Stop everything.
Brian Ambrose.
The fan addict is in the chat room.
Okay.
Brian Ambrose. And we're going to be on the... Well, I got to sneeze, so go ahead.
So just please.
Okay. Are we going to be doing Brian Ambrose's draft? We are the auctioneers, me and you.
No, you are.
Okay.
I just get to sit there and drink beers.
Get this.
Hey, Brian, we just talked about Alfaro. I was actually thinking about you while I was talking about him. I'm glad you came. I hope you heard that part about Alfaro because he now has a place to play. And, we've talked about this before with him. But let's get back to what we're talking about with the Nationals. Yeah. They have Corey Dickerson batting third.
Okay.
Joey Meneses batting fourth. He's the DH. He actually he's batting 176 right now. And as good as Joey Meneses is...
He's not good. He's 30 years old. He had a good streak last year.
Okay, well, his lineup sucks. So
what do you think about Dominic Smith, who's batting in the heart of the order? And he went 1 for 3. He's only batting 222, but looks like he's getting at-bats. Looks like he's getting playing time.
He hit one home run yesterday.
Hit a home run yesterday. What do you think of Dominic Smith?
I don't know yet. He's okay. I don't know yet, but that lineup is not going to help anybody out. I could tell you that. Paul DeJong hit a home run yesterday. Nolan Gorman hit a home run.
Right.
Jordan Walker hit 2 home runs yesterday.
He's going to play. Is he
going to play in the majors to start the season?
I believe he will if he continues like this, and this
is just a pipe dream that you're putting yourself through right now.
I think
he's going so early in drafts. You are living a pipe dream. The same thing I said about Julio Rodriguez last year, and I was wrong about Julio Rodriguez. I said the same shit I'm saying right now, and I still believe you're living a pipe dream if you think Jordan Walker is going to go from Double-A to playing in the majors because he does so good, and he is a great player. I'm not taking that against him.
I think Dylan Carlson is the one who's going to suffer.
Okay.
Yep.
Another thing, the Brewers, we talk about the Brewers a lot. Their outfield is so crowded. If you think any of these minor league...
I don't know.
Okay, let's move on.
We'll see what happens. Tampa and the Yankees.
Am I scolding people?
No, you're doing good. Volpe batting leadoff for the Yankees went 1 for 4.
Volpe, Mitchell.
Now batting leadoff and Cabrera batting second.
Yes, an interesting lineup here.
Well, keep in mind, one of the reasons that they're playing these young people and they're batting them first is the same reason that they're bringing the closers in the 4th inning. They want Volpe. Let's look at them, not against the minor leaguers who come in when you bat 9th, against the starting pitchers. And that's why Volpe first, Cabrera second. Cabrera 1 for 3, got 3 RBIs. He must have hit a home run yesterday, right?
Here's the thing.
Yeah, he did. He hit a home run yesterday, Cabrera.
Yes, he hit his second. He also hit a double yesterday.
Yeah.
Did he hit a home run?
He did hit a home run, Orlando Cabrera. And also Josh Donaldson, bat 1 for 3, hitting .333. He's coming around, and they got Peraza, who seems to be faltering a little bit.
Volpe, yes, he's a shortstop. Oswaldo Peraza is also a shortstop.
There's a lot of shortstops.
But he plays second base, too.
Right.
Who is going to lose out on the second base if Oswaldo Peraza gets switched over there? Because this guy's playing.
Nobody. It's not going to be Torres. He's not going to lose his job. Volpe could be the shortstop, maybe.
There's no way that they're going to give Volpe the job over Peraza, he's got the fastest legs in baseball. He stole a whole bunch of bases last year. His defense is good. Volpe is a rising star, but they're not going to take I just don't see it.
I know it's a little early, and a lot of his hits have come against number 97, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll see. Still a little time, but he's batting leadoff just to put him up against. I mean, look at these Yankees.
Look at these Rays.
Volpe, Cabrera, you got Peraza, you got Jason Dominguez, another 2 hits last night.
Yes, he's doing good, too. A home run, too. He
The
had a
only
home
one
run.
who's not doing well is
Esteban.
Esteban Florio, the guy who took a picture with you.
Why is Margot batting fourth?
I don't know.
Manny Margot batting fourth.
You can't look at the lineup with some of these.
You told me to look at where people are hitting in the lineup, so that's what I did.
But not everybody. But you have
Suck
to
on it.
understand. You suck on it. What are you talking about? So we're doing a baseball podcast, and that's not part of the tuck-in, by the way, right?
Not usually.
Okay. All right, let's get ourselves together now. We promised we'd never go into this thing, okay? So let's just relax.
I
All
can't
right.
believe you set me up for that. That's just horrible, dude.
Next game. All right, next game. You got
the next game is the Pirates, okay, Shaman?
Pirates and the
This
Phillies.
is for you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Shaman.
There's nothing on this game. Honestly, there's nothing.
Is
There's
Shaman
nothing.
in the chat room?
Yes.
No, there isn't. Connor Joe, 1 for 3. Keep an eye out for this kid. When he was with Colorado, everybody started to like him.
The Phillies scored 4 runs in the 4th inning, and that's it. The game
Yep.
was over after that.
Okay. And Aaron Nola pitched his usual good game. So
Okay.
let's-
Then we move on to the Blue Jays. They
Yeah.
beat the Tigers 18-5. It was unbelievable. They scored 13 runs in the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin Kiermaier batting leadoff for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll do that occasionally.
Kevin Biggio.
Yeah.
What's up with him?
I don't know. Nobody drafts this guy, and he was hitting third in the line, hitting 438.
Yeah, he's batting over 400. He went 2 for 4 with the run and an RBI yesterday.
Yeah.
He's batting third.
Okay.
He's someone to watch because I know he's been bad for a long time.
Right.
But we saw some streaks of greatness from him. His dad was pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So
now
Matt
he
Vierling, you talked about yesterday watching Matt Vierling.
hitting
He's-
462, and he can run also.
Yeah, he can run.
He can steal a base. He can hit a home run. Watch this kid, Matt Vierling, the kid they acquired from Philadelphia.
Another
So,
great, well, not a great, but a complete blowout. Mets 15, Marlins 4.
yeah.
Okay. What do we got here? Home runs. The Mets just went crazy on home runs with a bunch of people I don't even know.
Well,
all right?
Verlander. How do you skip over Verlander?
I didn't
right.
skip over Verlander. I haven't got to him yet.
All right, go ahead.
I love Verlander. 3 innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and across the aisle is Jesus Luzardo. 2
Ethicals here. Good morning.
and
go ahead.
triple play.
Triple play.
Timothy, my hooker.
Timothy, my hooker. White Sox Al, Zelmo. Love you all. The Shaman has showed up. Good
Main
morning.
Nick, Laura's here.
There you
Brian
go.
Ambos.
All right.
All our friends, but not the 2 that are trying to get Will Smith from me.
There you go. That's good. And the Mets. Vientos is playing well. They have a Peraza who's playing well. Come on, everybody. The Mets and the Yankees, a ton of young players. And for the Marlins,
Vientos got 5 RBIs yesterday.
yes, he's a good-looking third baseman.
Now, where's he batting in the lineup?
He
He's
was
batting
batting
towards the lower part.
No, he was batting second yesterday.
I don't see him.
Matt
I'm looking
Vientos.
at the wrong team.
You're looking at the wrong. He's on the Mets. Matt
Okay.
Vientos. Okay? Don't tell me to suck on it again. Gee whiz. All right, Marlins, a little boring, but when you take a look at the pitchers, wake up,
Luzardo.
Malpal Luzardo, 2 2/3.
I don't think Malpal likes Luzardo anymore.
You don't think you like? Well, I don't blame him.
If you can't pitch good in
Got a
Miami,
7.7 ERA in the spring.
and if you can't pitch, hey, I see that they did some work on Miami ballpark,
Oh, they did.
and that they are probably going to be able to score some more runs.
Okay.
The hitters,
All right.
but they're worried that it's going to backfire and other runners are going to score on them too.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways,
very possible.
now we're going to
Angels against the Cubs.
Angels and Cubbies.
Joey Adele.
Batting second.
Joey Adele, you predicted Joey Adele would stink, and
does.
He doesn't even stink. It's worse than that.
I drafted him on a team though.
143,
really late.
but I'd still rather have Brandon Marsh. But
Let's talk about Bellinger.
Oh,
He's
gosh.
going to turn over a whole new leaf over there
Yes,
in Chicago. He's
absolutely.
batting third.
Yep.
Ian Happ and, Nico Horner, Ian Happ, Cody Bellinger. Guess who's batting fourth? What the hell? And this is interesting because Eric Hosmer is batting right before Patrick Wisdom.
Yeah.
Eric Hosmer clearly has a better opportunity to get on base.
Right.
But Patrick Wisdom, and he strikes out way too much. We're going
Right.
to talk about Patrick Wisdom in the position battles because I think he's going to get stuck
if we
at
get
DH.
to the position battle, it
probably
doesn't
won't.
look like we won't.
You
but,
suck with your nose.
Jameson Tyon, 3 innings, 4 strikeouts. What do you think
I
about
like
Tyon?
Tyon a lot.
You do, huh?
I absolutely like him.
Should I take
you know
him
how I
next?
feel about
'Cause
him.
He's available
In which league?
in our league that we're drafting now.
Yes, you should take him.
Yeah.
Him or Zach Eflin. Those two pitchers are still there now until
all right.
Malpal gets a hold of it.
I can take them both. There you go. That's why
If you take them both, we're done.
I'm drafting at the number 1 position, and I hate it. The wait from number 1, it's a 15-team league, 30 picks on the way, and then you have 2 picks in a row, which I don't like either. It doesn't give you time to adjust from the first pick, have a couple of picks, and then...
Leonard, you have plenty of time to get your shit together before it's your turn.
Yeah, all right, anyway.
Once it's your turn, you better have 2.
Jameson Taillon looks pretty good. 4 strikeouts in 3 innings. He has a 3.8 ERA.
This guy is nobody works harder to play baseball than Taillon. Maybe Daniel Bard.
Why do you say that?
Because he had a lot of problems. He had a lot of injuries. He had cancer. He had just one injury after another with this guy.
Right.
And he fought back harder than anybody had to fight back to play baseball. Nobody thought he would even come back.
He uses that pitching app. What is it called?
Driveline?
No, PitchCom.
I have no idea, Leonard.
He uses that to call his pitches.
Excuse you.
Excuse me.
I like Cody Bellinger this year. I think he's a great pickup. And if you've been listening to me talking for the past couple years, I have not been a fan of him.
So who do you like more, Bellinger or Yelich?
You just... Yelich can't get the ball off the ground. I'm going to take Bellinger. I love his new home. I think he's going to have a whole new outlook on life. I really think we already know he can do it. The same with Yelich. But Yelich can't hit the ball off the ground. Bellinger can't hit the ball at all. So, Bellinger needs to stop striking out so much. But he's going to be one of the leaders in the Cubbies.
Mm-hmm. How we doing, everybody in the chat room? Does everybody love the box scores as much as we do? Love to do the box scores, and we do it every day. Every day. So come to the chat room during the week, 9 o'clock. Michael Conforto for the Giants, batting leadoff, 2 for 2. He's hitting .273, but the point is that I'm told he's swinging the bat well. I'm also told that Stephen Piscotty, who went 2 for 3, hitting .500, is also swinging the bat well. May be very good as reserve picks. I don't think you'll get Conforto in the reserve, but I think you'll get Piscotty as a reserve.
But what has Piscotty ever done? At least Conforto's done something, even if it was all based on luck.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, Conforto batting leadoff, first pitch. I don't know if it was the first pitch, but it was the first at bat.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, that's it. Alex Wood, Giants pitching. You got to love the Giants pitching. 2 innings, 5 Ks, nothing else.
Now,
no
I
runs,
like this.
No hits.
I love Alex Wood.
Clearly.
I think, I don't know, man. Here in a 15 team, I wound up, we checked the standings yesterday, and I only have 3 starting pitchers. And we're in what round? Around 17, 18, something like that?
That's why you're last in the standings, Leonard. You're last.
Yeah, because I only have 3 starting pitchers.
You're never going to catch up in ERA or WHIP.
What are you talking about?
The pitchers that are left for you, you're going to have to rely only on strikeouts because you got no other tools available.
But I think Alex Wood is going to be a good one. Now, of all the Giant pitchers...
I love Logan Webb.
You love Logan Webb?
Yes.
You like Alex Wood?
Yes.
Okay.
I like the San Francisco's pitching coach.
Yes, the whole thing.
Do you know who else has a great pitching coach that I also heard while I was tucking you in?
I don't know a lot about pitching coaches like you do.
San Diego.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently they have a great pitching coach in San Diego. Anyway... Michael Conforto bats first. Guess who bats second?
No idea.
Mitch Haniger.
Ooh, how about that?
You got to like Mitch Haniger.
All right, Cleveland against the Athletics, and not a lot going on in this game. Roman Quinn batting
I
first.
like Oscar Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's batting 5th.
You like? I don't know a lot about Oscar Gonzalez.
I keep liking him. He's kind of mediocre, but he has a great batting average for where you get him in the draft. And outfield falls off a slope at one point in the draft where you just are stuck with a bunch of losers.
Yeah, and what about Shane Bieber? Is he going to be a star pitcher again, you think? 3 innings, 2 strikeouts. Shane Bieber has not given up a run. Bless you.
Excuse me.
This year. You have been blessed.
Thank you, Leonard.
Anybody who can tuck me in every night is blessed.
Kansas City Royals we got going on here.
Good.
MJ Melendez still batting a leadoff. He's playing DH. Now, the second one, the next hitter, catcher, Salvador Perez, number 2, batting
right.
number 2.
You picked that out.
Then you
nice.
go over to the Reds hitting, and you see that Will Myers is batting second.
Yep.
And Kurt Casale is batting fourth.
And he hits a home run last
and
night.
he's a catcher.
Yes, unbelievable. You're right. So many good catchers. I see Nick Solak got into the game, and he did he? No, he didn't. Hit
5 stolen bases by the Royals yesterday in one game. 5 stolen bases by the Royals in one game. This is another team that is going to run. Clearly, they are focusing on that, and these are by a lot of guys that are just not really well known yet, but. Regardless, I made my 2 points. Will Myers hitting second.
Yeah.
He went 2 for 3 with a run.
He's still playing.
I think he's fine.
You think so?
I do. I think he's okay.
You think he's okay? Okay. I think Will Myers, he's one of my favorite players.
I know he
Coming
was.
into
For how
this
many
year.
years? 15 years?
A long
He's
time.
been playing forever. He can't be a youngster anymore.
Next
though.
game, we're running out of time.
We're not running out of time. We could do it as long as we need to.
Oh, the Dodgers and the Royals?
Texas and the White Sox.
Where's that? Did we skip that?
It's after the Royals and the Reds.
After the Royals and the Reds. What day am I on here?
I don't know what day you're
Royals
on.
and the Reds. We did the Giants and the Brewers.
You have the Reds and the Athletics.
Reds
What game
and the
are you?
Athletics.
What day? Let's find you a different day.
I gotta find me a different day.
Let's go to scores.
Okay, go ahead. Gotta find a different day.
I'm going to help you.
All right, go ahead. You talk
Okay.
about.
Let's talk about Texas and the White Sox. There's 6 stolen bases by the White Sox in this game. And that's what I'm saying. There's just a lot of stolen bases going on. And then it was Texas against the Sox. The White Sox won 5-4. Texas also stole 3 bases. So there's stolen bases galore going on right now.
Yeah. I love the White Sox this year.
Andrus hit a home run in the first inning.
All right, he batted second. Eloy, 1 for 3. He's batting .429. The White Sox are going to run away with the Central Division. Eloy, it's all about staying healthy, which they had a hard time with. Grandal played first, so he's going to get some playing time this year.
Yasmani Grandal playing first, batting 5th in the lineup. I think Grandal is being underrated this year because of such a bad year that he had.
Oh,
but you have
he
to
was
look at his
brutal
overall,
last year.
especially in on-base percentage. If you're in an on-base percentage league, don't mess around.
Right.
He's going I think he's getting really screwed. He's batting 500 this spring. Oscar Colas, another guy that Mitchell turned me on to. He went
White Sox.
right 1 for 3 with a 430 average this spring. Mitchell says they're going to give him every chance to play in the major leagues to start the season. I believe him, and I'm going to target him. I do try to get him, unless I'm in a league with Mitchell, and then it's impossible. Don't even get your eyes set on
Okay,
this
where
guy.
am I? I mean, did I must have gone through the wrong page. I don't know what's going on.
Here, let me help you.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to go to
I'm
scores.
trying to get the box scores.
Okay.
I don't know what day I'm on, though.
Saturday, March 4th.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, you're doing
So there
good.
you go.
So let me scroll down to where we are here.
Yeah, where are we?
We're at Colorado and Mariners,
Uh-huh.
right here.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
go to the box score.
Okay.
All right, Colorado Mariners. The only thing I want to bring up in this is that it's this Veen. This guy Veen. Veen.
Yeah, he's leading
He
the league
stole-
in stolen bases, right?
Yes, he stole 3 bases yesterday. This is another team that's stealing bases. The Colorado Rockies yesterday stole 4 bases, and 3 of them were this guy Veen. But when I looked at the leaders of spring training so far, I'll tell you these right after we're done with the box scores. I'll tell you who's leading in home runs, who's leading in RBIs, and who's leading in stolen bases. I went and looked at this guy Veen, and I will say this. He made it to Double-A last year. Guess how many bases he stole last year, okay, between High A and Double-A, Leonard?
I would say 26.
55 stolen
55.
bases between
Wow.
High A and Double-A.
Chris Gallo, good morning.
55 stolen bases
Yeah.
last year between High A and Double-A. He's probably not going to make the opening day roster, but I said that about Julio Rodriguez, and I was wrong. So I'm not always right, but I would just.
What do you mean you're not always right? You picked me, right? You're right.
Sometimes I wonder, Leonard.
It's the only thing you have to be.
Anyway, this guy is stealing bases like crazy, and you can better believe he's working his ass off to get. He saw Julio do it. He's trying to do the same thing.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Colorado. They don't have a lot to choose from here, but he He's not batting leadoff, and he's still stealing all these bases. But yesterday, the Mariners had Colton Wong leading off,
Right.
Julio Rodriguez hitting second, and Ty France hitting third. Ty France is another good value pick
Yes,
in drafts.
first baseman.
Yes.
He gets no respect from anybody.
Right.
And
But guess who's batting fourth for the Mariners?
who's that?
The catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, he can hit a home run.
He's batting fourth.
Absolutely, he can hit a home run.
So that's that.
No doubt about it. All right.
And Kyle Freeland, 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. George Kirby got his hand asked to him.
He got his hand asked to him. Okay. Next case.
Ass handed to him.
Ass handed to him.
Anyway, Kirby's not having a great spring.
All right.
What are you going to do?
That's on Seattle.
And let's talk about the Padres and the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
The Padres beat the Diamondbacks 5-4. I don't have a lot to say about this game at all, really.
Good, 'cause
There's
we're
just
running
not a
out of
lot.
time.
There's no running out of time. I'm going to do
Left
this
that
time.
old door went over.
Yeah,
2.
you love Rognan. And he batted near. Where did he bat?
And David Dahl got another hit. So David Dahl.
Odor hit like second or something, right?
Yes,
Third?
Odor, Tatis hit second. Odor batted third, but it's hard to tell.
Wait, is Tatis allowed to come back?
He was playing in the exhibition games. So.
Interesting. I didn't think they were allowed
Yep.
to participate if they're...
Okay.
Aren't they? Is he suspended?
And Christian Walker, who is my pick at first base. He's the guy. I would wait for Christian Walker. Hitting 400, 2 for 3. Christian Walker. What are
I'm
you
getting
doing?
this updated. Okay, stop posting your drafts.
Okay. And then as we move along...
Let me talk. Let me talk.
All right, let me talk. Go ahead.
Tyler Stevenson, right?
Oh, love him.
He's a catcher, right? For the
Cincinnati,
Reds?
For the Reds.
He's batting 1/3 yesterday.
Yeah.
And guess what? He was playing DH. The actual catcher, Luke Bailey,
Yeah.
batting 5th.
Really?
For the Athletics, guess who's batting 3rd? Shea Langoliers.
Oh,
the catcher.
Love him. Another great catcher, Langolier.
So you got all these catchers. They're sitting right in the middle of the lineups now. I don't know if this is going to continue like this, but I've never seen this before with catchers. They're always at the bottom of the order. It's almost a given in history, but either way, CJ Cron hit a home run yesterday.
Okay.
Is that CJ or does he? Is there another?
No,
it's
not
Kevin.
CJ. Yeah,
it's Kevin.
Yeah, it's Kevin Cron. I forgot about him.
I
too.
automatically think CJ.
Milwaukee and the Giants. Rowdy Tellez.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Cincinnati, Hunter Green, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3
Right.
earned runs, and 0 strikeouts.
Yeah, Hunter Green is going to start in AAA.
What?
Hunter Green is going to start in Trace Young.
Oh, bullshit.
They're gonna
He
start-
played the whole season in the majors.
They're going to start him, but he did not. I don't think. I say he didn't pitch the whole season in the majors.
Well, I remember he had the most pitches in the majors above 100 miles an hour.
Check
and
it
there was
out.
like 30
check it
of
out.
them.
You check it out, okay? Willie Adames, who's a very underrated fantasy player.
Are you on to the next teams?
I'm on to the Brewers and the Giants. Okay?
Well, what? Okay, the
what-
Brewers and the Giants.
Brewers and the Giants.
Where in the world is Jesse Winker? That's all I want to know about this game. I'm so annoyed. They said in January that he was going to be ready to be at 100% in spring training. And I didn't see him in the lineup of this game. So I went and I looked at his spring training stats and he has 0 at-bats. Where in the world is
Really?
Jesse
Oh, he's
Winker?
been hurt. He's been hurt. He has been hurt.
There's no
Jesse
news in RotoWire. There's nothing about him. People just acting like it doesn't matter. Well, I'm invested in this guy now, okay?
All right.
And you know what the thing is about him? I'm looking at Jesse Winker. I started yesterday looking for RBIs. I was looking at Franmil Reyes. I was looking at Avisel Garcia. I was looking at these other players that were left lingering over. And
When's the last time you looked at King Hap?
I realized that Jesse Winker, I'm probably hyping him up a little too much because honestly, what's his ceiling? His ceiling is like 25 home runs.
He led the Arizona Fall League in batting average when we were there.
His batting average in the major leagues has been a consistent like 230 or 240.
Right.
He's not a great... And so I'm thinking I'm getting all hyped up about Jesse Winker. And when you're at this point in the draft, you got all of these injuries that you're dealing with. And you look at him and you say, this guy could be really good in Milwaukee. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? His ceiling is nothing above Avisail Garcia. It's nothing above Franmil Reyes, who, by the way, I hope we talk about and I didn't miss him. He was playing for the Royals. He's on a minor league contract. He got his 5th RBI yesterday, and he's batting 4th in the lineup. Franmil Reyes has a much higher ceiling than Jesse Winker, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I decided yesterday to draft Avisail because I wasn't that sure about Franmil. Right. But Avisail, another one with a decent ceiling, and they're both above Jesse Winker, so I'm a little annoyed at myself, especially when I go and I look for Jesse Winker's stats, and he's nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's probably giving birth somewhere.
I get you. I don't know what's going on with Jesse Winker. I know he's a little banged up.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Giants and the Brewers. Willie Adames, what an undervalued fantasy player.
I'm just annoyed. I didn't even look at this game because I'm too pissed off.
It's not
Jesse Winker's not there.
1 for 3, 3 RBI. Rowdy Tellez, 3 for 3, batting .417.
Another catcher, and William Contreras batting 4th.
Yeah,
that's 4th.
A great observation.
Thank you, Leonard.
So many catchers.
Now scroll down so I can look at the stolen bases of this game.
Let's see any stolen bases in this game. We have Monty Harrison.
Monty Harrison stole his third base. Okay, and one on the other side, but my boy Logan Webb.
Logan Webb.
Big fan of Logan Webb. I hope he can keep his walks down. But I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have a problem with walks.
Yeah, but you don't like it. It's not good when you have a Logan Webb, and yeah, everybody knows he's a good pitcher, but when he pitches like he's been pitching, although he's got a 3.6 ERA.
In the spring.
It's actually not good.
People don't like him as much as I do. But I like him.
You don't want him to pitch any better than he did yesterday.
Right.
That's the max.
That's right. That's right, Leonard. We agree. And the Dodgers, once again, batting leadoff, Jason Hayward. Batting leadoff for the Royals, of course, is Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah. And then your boy,
Bobby Witt
your
Jr.
Hunter Dozier,
is going to steal 30 bases.
Hunter Dozier, who you can't get off his bandwagon.
No, I can't. Why?
Because you're stuck on there and you're glued to the seat. He's batting second. Bat second.
Yes,
he went 1 for 3, and he's batting over 400 this spring.
I like Hunter Dozier this year as a sleeper. Endgame.
I know.
Last round. Even in reserves, you're going to get him.
Yeah.
People think he's just...
Zach Greinke, 3-inning pitch, 3 Ks. That's all you need out of him. Yeah. He did allow 3 hits.
Yep.
180 ERA for the season.
Okay.
The spring training so far. Did we go through all the games, Leonard?
I think Jason Hayward, 2 hits. We talked about that.
Yeah.
And
Outman, I'm in the position battles.
And
Outman is in there.
Oh my God!
We'll have to put the position battles.
Battles we'll do it sometime, maybe at the end of the year.
Maybe we should. Maybe I should do the podcast one day this week.
Yes, Andy's gonna.
You need a rest.
Lay it on you. Thank you, everybody. I'll tell you what. Look at this chat room. You got the Beamer, the Boston Paul, Daniel Ferrara, Dirty Eck. Great to see you, Eddie Heckman. You got, Heckman and Eck next to each other. You got James Caplion, you got Jeff Trella, King Hap. Woo! There you go. Laura, May Nick, Malpal, Mythical, Michael
and
Johnson.
Katie, my lady.
Woo! Candy, my lady.
Katie,
my lady. Rotorius, the Shaman. You got Tommy Johnson, Triple Play, White Sox Al Zelmo, and a cast.
And Tony.
1,000. Who's Tony?
Zelmo's wife.
That's right. Sorry, Zelmo's wife. Thank you, everybody.
And Tina. We can't forget Tina.
Love you all. Who needs Sirius Radio when we have this? Absolutely great. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Please help us out. We need you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. Here, and put the phone number in.
Okay.
Let's put the phone number in because it's Sunday and we need
calls other than spammers.
You'll see. We need calls other than spammers. We get more spam calls than anybody because I talk to these guys, all right? And I tell them where it is. Thanks, everybody. There's the phone number. We'll see you. Absolutely great. Okay?
Bye.
See you later.